Hey guys, back with an update on the 1959 Berkeley. This weekend coming out, this is late May of 2020, and it's been on the table for about almost 2 years to the day. And I wanted to give an update on where it is. I'm getting ready to take it off the table and make it a roller, so a couple of years is enough. This, if you're not familiar with the project, this is the car's going to end up being a 1959 Berkeley, but everything's been changed, of course. The motor here is out of a 2000 Honda VFR 800. This is a non-VTEC motor. This is called a 5th gen motor, and I've crammed it in there. You just have to kind of take it in visually, and I can't get too many details in here because it's packed so tight. But a little bit of an overview. I've got, excuse me, I've got you're looking at, of course, the back side of the firewall. The pedals are a little confusing. They're reverse swing now. Those are the pedals themselves are modified out of a TR4, and the master cylinder up there is out of an NA Miata. And that leads me to the suspension out here. This is NA Miata, the uprights, the brakes, 1.6. Obviously, the upper and lower control arms are custom. Super short because this car, I don't know if you can tell on the table, but it's incredibly small. The rack that's buried in there is NA Miata. It's been narrowed about 8 1/4 inches. The shocks here, those are rear shocks. All the shocks on this car from a Yamaha R6. These bell cranks are temporary. I think I'm working out ratios. I got to get it on the ground and figure out how much sag I've got and how much travel I'm going to get. I might get about 3 inches of travel on this, I think. For sure 3 in the front. Maybe a little more, maybe 4. Back here, maybe, I'll be lucky to get 3, and that's limited by the axles. The pumpkin in the middle is out of an early, 96 to 05, I think. Toyota RAV4 has a 292 ratio, which is what I was after. The shocks up there, again, are Yamaha R6. This ring, this unusual thing here, is out of a Ski-Doo, 1976 Ski-Doo, and buried way in there, if you can see it, is a small block Chevy high torque starter, and you can just see the mesh right here. That's going to be the electric reverse. Forgive me. Electric reverse. The brakes on the back, 1.6. This car is going to be it's very, very small and should be, I'm hoping for 900 pounds, certainly less than 1,000 pounds. Fuel tank's going to go back here. Just now getting the brake line, the brake hoses, I should say, just went in. The geometry's close to being worked out back here. The bell cranks I'm starting with them. The bell cranks are off of an R6. I don't know if I'm going to stick with it, but they'll get me on the ground at least to begin with. And over here, it's hard to tell, but the majority of the interior real estate is going to the driver. There will be a passenger seat, but you gotta want it pretty bad. The emphasis is on the driver. The pedal box, like I said, modified, TR4, heavily modified, I should say, to get the reverse swing, because here on the firewall, there is just no room for that master cylinder to go out front like you'd want it to. And over here, driver's side front corner, the 1.6 brakes, the NA everything. In the front, I still have I have a lot of work to do for sure, but I've got to work on the exhaust, which will cram up in here, and the radiator, of course, and some body supports. As soon as I get it on the ground, I'll put the body on it and show you what the car's supposed to look like. But these are the underpinnings. So just an update, 2 years in the making, and I haven't been on it full time. I'm a teacher, so this is a hobby, and I just do it when I get time. But that's where she sits now, almost Memorial Day 2020.